David Eby wasn't the only BC politician kept in the dark about the deal between Ottawa and Alberta, which includes political support for another pipeline to the West Coast. Sources tell CBC News Liberal MPs from BC were upset that they learned about key details of the MOU through the media. Federal Energy Minister Tim Hodgson briefed those MPs on Wednesday, the day before Mark Carney and Danielle Smith are set to announce the Energy Accord in Calgary. So what do those MPs think?
We support that. It's going to bring economic opportunities for people.
I know that as a First Nations person that the title and rights of First Nations and Indigenous communities are of the utmost importance, and to ensure that as much consultation and agreement with First Nations is the most important for anything to go forward.
If British Columbia and Alberta are going to work on a deal together, of course it's important for British Columbians to be involved in the process.
Well, it doesn't sound like they have been.
They have been.
But BC's Energy Minister says no one has spoken to him or the Premier.
They didn't talk to us about it.
Eby says the Prime Minister told him Monday morning that a deal had not been finalized, but it was just a few hours later that he learned Carney and Smith had agreed to the broad strokes.
I think it would be seen as unusual in Edmonton if Premier Eby and Wab Kinew and Doug Ford got together to talk about the future of Alberta without talking to Alberta.
But in question period, a hint from Carney that BC does get a say on another pipeline.
We believe the government of British Columbia has to agree. We believe that First Nations right holders in this country have to agree.
But it sounds like our Prime Minister has already said yesterday in the House that yes, to a certain extent, BC will get a veto.
President of the Coastal First Nations says they will use every tool they have to uphold the ban on oil tankers off BC's north coast.
We cannot protect, our coast if, these projects are going to go through.
Even as Carney and Smith prepare to sign a so-called grand bargain, there are still major hurdles to getting more Alberta bitumen from the oil sands to BC's north coast. Katie DeRosa, CBC News, Victoria.